gonna delete. All right. I think we are live. I think we are live here. We are today. I am reviewing a movie called The Greasy Strangler, and immediately I don't know how to put this movie into words. It was recommended to me by my cousin Sabrina, and I got like emotional during the movie. I laughed really hard, but she had recommended it to me, and I love this movie. It is exactly in my alley. In a very, 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 very niche way, it is perfect for me and my sense of humor. I would not recommend this movie to anybody. This is a movie that if you recommend it to somebody, they are going to watch it and they're going to say, I'm never watching a movie from you ever again. That's what they're going to say. There's... You cannot watch this movie. I don't recommend it to anybody. I think it's not in anybody's wheelhouse. There's a few people that I would recommend this movie to. My college roommate, Adib Uzagalo. I'm going to recommend this movie to my little brother. One of my good friends, Steve. He'll watch it with his girlfriend. She's not going to like it, but I have a feeling that he might. And that's it. I mean, that's it. That's the only people that are watching this movie and enjoying it. And I laughed. I cried. I laughed. I had felt so seen. It had felt like my cousin Sabrina and I, we started watching movies at the same time. For some reason, I felt like this was... She, like, knew that I would like this movie. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, because I guarantee you nobody that's ever watched this movie has felt this way after watching it. But I feel seen. You know, like I feel understood. Her and I have the same sense of humor. She's super funny. We text back and forth. And this movie does it. There were so many cool things. Alright, I'll get into it. Whew, that's so funny. I laughed so hard at so many scenes. I'm going to be quoting this for a long time, and no one's going to understand. Alright, let's start. Let's start with the IMDb. Let's just go there. That is hilarious. Alright, so we got the IMDb pulled up. Let's change this here. Let's pull that in. This movie is called The Greasy Strangler. It came out in 2016. It's directed by Jim Hosking, who we'll look into it in a minute. We'll see what kind of other stuff he's directed, because I need to know that. As well as Toby Harvard. We need to look into their stuff. This is a niche category that I love. It was a comedy movie. It was very much endurance comedy, so it's like, how long can you last? The punchlines on these jokes, they never change. Either you like them or you adapt to like them. The jokes don't change, the audience has to. And it has a 5.7 for a reason. Like, only less than 10,000 people have given this movie a rating for a reason, because there is like a very, very small amount of people that should watch this. We have... It's winning awards. Best comedy. I think that's fair. Discovery Award for the British. I guess it's a British film. These guys were so funny. The chemistry between these two is insane. We'll start with a brief description of the film. It's a father and son, and they live together, and they're really close, and they have this weird relationship, for sure. And they do these disco tours. And it says when a sexy woman takes the tour, it becomes a competition between a father and son for her love. It also signals the arrival of an oily strangler who stalks the street at night. And there were so many funny things about this movie that I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. There was these two were so good. So from the beginning, it reminded me of a kind of a period of my life when I would take psychedelics and watch movies. I mean, this was perfect for that. Mushrooms or acid or whatever. You are going to be laughing the entire time. I hope out there in the world right now that there is a 19, 20-year-old kid, maybe 21, him and his boys, they took psychedelics and they watched this movie and it becomes a staple of their friendship because there's so many quotable lines and so many quotable things throughout this movie that just take it to the next level. I hope that that's the case for someone out there, and I kind of, it reminded me of that era where it's just like that. This is the kind of movie that I would be watching during that time. Couple of things. There was two actors and actress that I saw in this movie that I recognized from someone else, and they were crazy deep pulls. So at the very beginning of the movie, there's this funny interaction between this two guys at a vending machine, and how they always put the money in and the stuff never comes out, and he's asking them what the chips are made of, and he's saying Porto, and they're made of potato, and they go back and forth. I was laughing so hard. The guy that's asking him what the chips are made of is in Grandma's Boy, the stoner comedy with all the guys from the Adam Sandler movies, but not Adam Sandler. Nick Swartzen's in it, and in that movie, Dante gets a lion from an African shaman, and he has this lion at his house. That African shaman that is at the party and sells him the weed is the guy that is asking him what those are made of, and I was like, I know him from somewhere, and it was a crazy pull. Another crazy pull is this sexy woman that this father and son have this Rushmore type relationship with is Maria from season 2 of Eastbound and Down, when they go to Mexico and Stevie falls in love with her. And when I noticed that, I had all these tears come out because my cousin Sabrina and I have sent each other videos of Stevie Janowski from Eastbound and Down because he's so funny. We both think he's so funny. I don't know why I'm so emotional. It was so good. It was very good. It was right up my alley. I don't know how else to say it. But it was her from that show, and when I realized that, I broke down. I was like, that's so funny because we both shared that. The punchlines in this movie they do over and over again. You bullshit artist. I will be calling people a bullshit artist for a long time. Pineapple Express. Yes, I've seen Pineapple Express. Thank you, Sophie G1150. Love that movie. Thanks for joining the chat. Yes. It was a great time. Out of a movie out of 1 in 10, what do I rate this movie? Me personally, it's a 10. If I were to rate this movie on an objective scale, the same scale as The Godfather or Shawshank Redemption, it's probably really low. It's a 3 or a 4, maybe a 3.9. I'll give it a 3.9. On the scale of film, it's a 3.9. It is not a very good movie for most people. It is a perfect movie for me. It was so funny. The first scene, the Greasy Strangler had this bad red lighting, and it reminded me of Creepshow when it was the one in Creepshow where he buries his head on the beach. You know what I mean? And it's the older guy with the white hair. He's in a lot of funny movies. And there's this really bad red lighting in that skit in Creepshow that they had in this movie. And again, it just reminded me of my cousin Sabrina and how we used to watch that movie. The similarities between this movie and Napoleon Dynamite are insane. The writing and the little kind of music in the background as it kind of follows the characters. It's this little music. The way that the characters are interacting with each other is like exactly like the it's like exactly like uh, what is it, the dialogue from like a Jared Hess movie, from like a Napoleon Dynamite, or like Nacho Libre. Like it was like it felt like a early Jared Hess movie with these dialogues, in the same sense that like Wes Anderson in all of his movies, the characters talk like a certain way. They talk like fast and knowing and to the point and script, and everyone knows what they want to say and when. And it felt like that in a very absurd comedy way. And I appreciated that so much. I won't. Let's go into the actors here. So we have Michael St. Michaels. This is the dad in the movie. He's from New York. I don't know what else he's in. Let's see. He's known for like a bunch of like weird movies. I don't know how do you get in on these movies, because I want to be a writer for these movies. Sky Elobar. He steals the show. Big Braden is absolutely hilarious. The Rocker. Stunts. I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of stuff of else of these guys I can watch, but it was so funny. Let's go back to my notes here. So, I hope is the one note that I wrote down. This is hilarious. I hope that my son and I are friends and is as close as these guys are. 30 minutes into the movie, I recommended this to my little brother, my buddy Steven, and my roommate Adi, my old roommate Adi. I don't think anybody else would like this movie. It's very sexual and uncomfortable and descript, and it's so weird. There's a lot of sex. This movie is an endurance comedy. It is how uncomfortable can it make you before you have to turn it off. No, there's no, like, it's an endurance comedy. It is made to be turned off, I think. I think this movie was made to be walked out of in a theater. I think you're not supposed to get to the end. I think if you do, it's like, you're on a list. If you make it to the end of this movie, which I did, and I loved. The bullshit artist thing, going back and forth. The husband the dad and the son call each other bullshit artists. Like, you're a bullshit artist, like, you're lying, like, you're a bullshit artist. I loved that. It was at the beginning, it stayed through the whole movie. They would go back and forth for minutes calling each other bullshit artists. So funny. Brady would like this movie. It's very bizarre. Dude, it is very, very, very bizarre, but I know Brady likes I Think You Should Leave. To be fair, Brady, I do think this movie is on the other side of what you would like. As a person, as I know you, there's weird, which I like, and then there's really, 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 really weird, and I don't think you would like this movie. I don't know, man. Check it out yourself. It's free on Amazon Prime. It is free. So if you want to watch it and give me 500 words, go ahead. Because you can't come back to me and say I recommended this to you. I don't think you would like it. I really don't. It's weird. But I want you to give it your best shot. Honestly, if you guys like drinking a little bit, maybe you and Alana can definitely not watch this movie. For sure. Your wife cannot watch. She cannot watch this movie. She will not like it. At all. At all. But you might. I don't know. I honestly would just have to wait and see. It was, now, it's one of those kind of bizarre movies that I really loved. Anyways, personal rating, 10 out of 10. I'm not going to recommend this to anybody other than the three I listed. Brady, you're going to watch it since you're here in the chat. Very, very, very bizarre, very funny. I feel like I've been looking for something like this for a long time. It reminded me of, early, it reminded me of like a trip of a movie. Like, I don't know, there was like a little bit of the Florida Project, and there was like, although it's just like horror, I guess. I laughed the entire time. Like, it was like horror, like the Grease Strangler is like a killer, but it was so funny. And at the end of the movie, probably the last like, I want to say the last like 20 minutes of the movie. The last 20 minutes of the movie, I don't think I've laughed that hard watching a movie in a long time. It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous when he comes in and he's dressed like Judy, the medium, Jody, and he comes in and it's obviously not him, and the son's like, "Hi, Jody." I could not. And Jody is like, "You know what you need to do? Stop investigating the Greasy Strangler." I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. It was so funny. Anyways, I don't recommend this movie to anybody at all. Really, I don't. It hit me in places I didn't think it would. In a kind of a weird time. I want to thank my cousin Sabrina for recommending it. As it seems she knows my humor exactly. I thought that was such a funny movie. It was so good. Anyways, I don't recommend it to anybody. I don't know how else to put that other than this movie was for me and nobody else. I guess that's why I'm reviewing it. But if you do watch it, if you watch this movie because of this stream, I need you to let me know. I need you to contact me. And then we'll go from there. But other than that, I think that's it. The Greasy Strangler, it's free on Prime Video. I want to thank my cousin Sabrina for recommending it. I had a really good time. I laughed. I cried. It was a good time. It was funny. Anyways, I'm going to keep doing these movie streams because I love movies. And stuff like this gets to me. And then we're going to do something else tomorrow. So if you're watching this and you want to leave some comments under the video about what you want me to review next, I will do that. And I will catch you next time I have an idea for a good movie. But again, thank you, Sabrina. This video is for you. I'm excited for your wedding this summer. I will be there. Brady, more movie streams coming your way. I need recommendations. Send me movies, and I'll review them for you because that's what she did. And thank you guys again. Thank you for tuning into the chat, everybody. Sophie, Brady. Again, thank you so much. I have a ton of fun doing these. And do not watch The Greasy Strangler. That's a fact. Don't watch this. Do not watch it. You will not like it. Everyone that I know personally that's watching this video, you will not like it unless your name is Quinn or a D or Steve or Brady. That's it. More movie streams coming your way in 2026. Thank you guys again. I'm logging off here, so.